kids, this is why schools are so incredibly important. We talked about that here. Michigan, the Michigan Department of Education, the school board, the state school board passed a non-discrimination law, a policy, recommended policy for schools to create a safe space for LGBT kids. So think about it. It's really hard. I don't know if you have any kids. Kids in your life?
I have kids a go-go. I've got 8 kids.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So I don't know. I have a son too who's 7, and I feel like when he's changed who he is just a little bit, I feel a little bit like, what? You're different now. You're not who I thought you were.
Right.
You're into Legos now. I thought it was Transformers.
Right.
Think about how hard it is for parents to accept their kids are trans. Wait, you were assigned female at birth, and now you're telling me you're going to live the rest of your life as a male. Like, that's hard to wrap your head around. And churches, too often, as we were saying before, want to tell people, you have to fit in this narrow box. So if a kid doesn't feel safe at home, and if a kid doesn't have the support of a church or faith network, the school is like the place of their last resort.
Yes.
If the school can't be supportive, that's life or death for these kids. That's when we see high suicide rates. That's when you see homelessness. That's when you see kids ended up on the street, involved in prostitution or drugs just to stay alive. We call them the street economy or survival economy.
Yes.
You can't begrudge people.
I got to go back to this figure you gave me. 40% of the homeless kids in this country are LGBT.
That's right.
Which tells me that they are much more likely to get kicked out of the house.
That's right.
By mom and dad.
Right.
Or they're in a home situation where they say, I have got to leave.
That's right.
Because it is too oppressive and too abusive.
Yes. A lot of times, parents use extreme measures to try to change their kids' behavior. That's unhealthy for the kids. So they make the choice to take off to save their own lives. It's terrible. We don't want to put kids in that situation. Can you imagine?
Are there places for them to go?
Well, here in Detroit area, we're really fortunate to have the Ruth Ellis Center, which is a homeless shelter for youth. That is such a great institution, started informally by a longtime Detroiter, Ruth Ellis. She was a woman who lived in the neighborhood, saw the homeless kids, felt sorry for them, said, come on, you can stay with me. And she just started growing this network of kids that she was taking care of informally. So we're really fortunate to have the Ruth Ellis Center as such a strong anchor in a place.
Do I have to be LGBT to be a member of Equality Michigan?
Absolutely not. We take all supporters. We have, today, so like I was saying, so many people find out that they have friends and family who are LGBT, and they don't like watching society treat them badly, and they don't want to live. Lots of us don't want to live in a society that is rude or cold to each other. They actually would rather be in a place that honors the dignity, all human dignity, right? And so Equality Michigan is on the path to try to help Michigan grow into that full potential. I think there's a great potential for Michigan to be a place that honors the love and dignity of everybody. And we're not there yet, but I think we can do it.
Somebody told me once, Steph White, that chances are you have someone in your family who's either lesbian or gay or transgender. Queer, I understand, is a acceptable term. Now you can clarify that for me. But a lot of people just don't know it. Or you still got a lot of people who are in the closet.
Yep, it's true. Yeah, I don't know. So to go to the queer question, I use queer. Some people don't like it, so particularly of the older generation, because it's such a hate crime. It's such a word that preceded hate crimes, and sometimes still does. You use it with love, Cliff. You can use it anytime.
Okay, now the F word is still a bad
word. There's a lot of in-group versus out-group words, as I'm sure you're familiar with.
Well, a lot of black folks call each other the N-word.
That's right.
But you better not.
I'm not. No, I never will.
It becomes almost a term of endearment within you. It's almost an empowering word. It's like, well, I can say it, but you can't.
Yep. Plus, there's also the trying to reclaim it so it doesn't have the sting and oppression anymore. And that's where the word queer comes from. We've kind of reappropriated it. Plus, talking about the young generation, younger kids don't like to be put in a box. Why do you want to know if I'm lesbian or bi or trans? I'm all of that. I'm just queer. They like to eschew all of these little, micro labels. So I like it, but not everybody in our community does.
Right. How do you feel about the television shows
Oh yes, yeah.
and all of the popular culture, movies, and media that we have now that openly refers to lesbian and gay communities? We got shows based on that now.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing, or are some of these shows reinforcing some unfortunate stereotypes?
I think they do for sure a little bit, but by and large, it is a good thing. Just like the Cosby Show for me growing up, put like this average black family in my living room every day in Kansas. I grew up in Lily White, Kansas, and I love the Huxtables. I wanted to be adopted. It seems so fun. Now that we know a little bit more about Bill Cosby, maybe I don't want to be adopted by them.
Right.
That seemed great, and I think that so many people learn and absorb culture from television, and overall, it's absolutely a good thing.
Right. I have more questions. We got more time for Steph White, but I think we are just about at a break right now. In fact, I am going to take a break right now. This is the Cliff Russell Show. It's also the Steph White Show here at the North American International Auto Show, the 2018 version. Again, if you have questions or comments, you can call us. Our number is 313-778-7600. That's 778-7600. Of course, even better than that, if you're down at Cobo this afternoon and you're here to see these beautiful cars and beautiful people, then come on over to the beautiful 9:10 a.m. broadcast display. I'm here, Steph is here, you're here, and we'll all have a good time. All right, let's pay some bills. We'll be right back. This is 9:10 a.m. Superstation, the future of radio.